UPS and the Teamsters union are set to resume contract negotiations tomorrow in an effort to avert a devastating strike. Their current contract expires July 31st in just a few days. A strike by the company's 340,000 employees would be the costliest U.S. labor action in at least a century. Experts say a 10-day strike could cost the economy more than $7 billion. That includes $1 billion in lost wages and $4 billion in losses to customers. So joining us now to discuss the potential fallout is Noam Scheiber. He's a labor and workforce reporter for the New York Times. Noam, talk to us about what needs to happen to avert a strike of this magnitude at this point.
So the big issue in the home stretch here is wages for part-time workers. The two parties had actually been making a lot of progress on a number of issues that were very high priority. There was issues like heat safety, forced overtime, certain types of drivers who were not paid as much as other full-time drivers. All of those have been resolved, and it really looked like in the run-up to the 4th of July that they were pretty close to a deal. But then the talks broke down early on the morning of July 5th, and it was really this part-time wages issue that produced the stalemate. And so that's what they've got to resolve in the end game here.
So what happens if the workers do go on strike? We were seeing some of the data. We're talking about $7 billion in losses. But talk to us about just the magnitude. What else would be impacted?
Yeah, so I think the first thing that we noticed that is in e-commerce, the consumer side of the logistics market, those packages that you order, obviously Amazon, but a whole bunch of e-commerce flows through UPS. Amazon now has its own, big delivery network, but they still rely on UPS to do, 10-20% of it. So things could quickly snarl there. I think if this goes on longer than that, beyond a few days, you could start to see some supply chain implications. A lot of the big manufacturers, parts manufacturers, have pretty sophisticated logistics operations, so they may be able to manage it. But you have smaller manufacturers, more kind of customized parts that are more, small scale operations, and they really do rely on UPS to get those things to, into the supply chain to the manufacturers. And if you go more than a week or two, you really could start to see some production snarls, some, things like autos, other big manufacturing products that could get backed up because UPS really is important in getting those parts to the assemblers and getting those big machines off the assembly line.
And let's say it is a week to 2 week long strike, as you were suggesting. How long would it take to recover from that?
It's a good question. I mean, UPS, the last big strike was obviously in 1997. And up until then, a lot of companies relied on UPS exclusively. They didn't have relationships with other shipping companies. After that, they did start to diversify, and that did kind of hurt the company to some extent, though the rise of e-commerce since then offset some of those losses. And so I think we didn't really see a big hit to the bottom line. Now we live in a world where people are more diversified. And so it does create, other options for folks. It's possible that the company really could suffer a longer term hit because, the companies, have multiple options, and they may stick with those options for a while. So this definitely could be a hit to the business. The Teamsters president, Sean O'Brien, has expressed confidence that the customer volume would come back. But the truth is, no one really knows.
Noam, when I think UPS, I think the ground workers, but I know that UPS also employs pilots. Are they planning to respond, to join? What are they planning to do in case there is a strike?
Yeah, so the pilots have said they will respect the picket line. So those planes most likely will not be flying if the drivers and the part-time workers and the sorting hubs go on strike. UPS is training managers to try to fill in for some of the drivers and the people at the sorting facilities, but those folks are not super well trained, not used to doing this kind of work. And two, if you don't have the pilots moving things around the country, even if you have managers stepping in on the ground to drive some trucks and sort some packages, this thing could get backed up pretty quickly. So the pilots just add one more piece to the picture, and that picture is not a lot of packages getting shipped.
Wow. Noam Scheiber, thank you.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.